Hi, everyone. Dorothea Hendriks here, your coach in presentation skills and public speaking. Today, 3 questions about public speaking, mastering the skill of public speaking. Number 1, do you want to master the skill of public speaking? Number 2, what kind of a speaker do you want to be? Number three, what are you doing to master the speaking skills you need? In his book, Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins tells the story of how often in his workshops, people come up to him and they ask him, "Oh, how long is it going to take me to build this particular skill?" Whatever the skill is that Tony Robbins is teaching in his seminar. Instead of giving them 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, instead of giving them a specific date, he turns around and he asks them this question: how long do you want it to take? And then he goes on to tell the story of how he mastered the skill of public speaking. He says, "I became an excellent public speaker because rather than just speak once a week, I spoke 3 times a week. I booked myself to speak 3 times a week to anybody who would listen. While other people in my organization had 48 speaking engagements in a year, I booked a similar number every 2 weeks, so that in 1 month, I had a year's worth of speaking experience. In a year, I had a decade's worth of growth." People would come to me and they'd say, "Oh, Tony, how great it must be to have been born with such a skill, to have this innate talent, this public speaking talent." And he says, "I tried telling them what I'm telling you now. Mastery takes as long as you want it to take. Mastery takes as long as you want it to take. By the way," he says, "were all my speeches great? No, far from it. But I learned from every speaking experience, and somehow I improved so that at a certain point, I could walk into a room any size, and I was able to reach people from virtually all walks of life. Mastery takes as long as you want it to take." So, my question: do you want to master public speaking? What's the driving force for you? What kind of a speaker do you want to be? Compelling, a resource, motivational, informational? What kind of a speaker do you want to be? One who gives outstanding value every time you stand up and present? And what are you doing to get there, to build those speaking skills? Tony Robbins knew that in order for him to reach people from virtually any walk of life, to spread his message, to have the impact that he wanted to have, it was important for him not just to be a good speaker, not just to be good, a really good speaker every presentation now and then. It was important for him to be exceptional, to be an exceptional speaker every time he spoke. What are you doing to get there? Get feedback. If nothing else, put yourself out there, get into the ring, get into the ballpark, speak, and get feedback. And even if there's feedback you don't like, don't toss it out. Ask yourself, could this be true? If people left your workshop, even if just a few people left your workshop and didn't understand your message, didn't walk away with a plan of action, then you need to find out what you need to do differently next time. Dive into your talk, find out what worked, and find out why it worked. What made it work? Dive into your talk and find out what didn't work and why it didn't work and what changes you need to make. Build every presentation on the one before it. And eventually you will be like Tony, able to reach people from all walks of life in every presentation that you do. But it comes down to, do you want to master the skill of public speaking? What kind of a speaker do you want to be? And what are you doing? What will you do to master those speaking skills that will get you there? Until next time, this is Dorothea Hendriks wishing you mountains of success.